Hey guys, so I just finished recording this video and I realized that I had the input wrong for my audio, so it actually recorded the audio from my computer instead of from my microphone, so the quality of my talking and stuff isn't super good, but it's not too bad. Hopefully you guys won't notice it too much, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Hey guys, what's up? It's Deprimido. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here in FL Studio and I'm going to be breaking down Dro Kenji type beats. So a lot of people think these are kind of the same as Juice WRLD type beats, and I mean, like, you're kind of right, but they're kind of a different vibe and they're just a little bit different. So I want to be breaking these down. I'll do Juice WRLD also down the line at some point, but yeah, let's get into it. So for the most part, these beats are going to be kind of fast. They're going to be like 150 to 160, so I'm right in between. I'm at 155. And for the melody, you're usually going to use either a guitar, a piano, or a bell, or maybe some other type of key. But for me, I'm going to go with a piano. I've kind of already got a melody in my head. For the most part, you want it to be pretty much happy and then just a little bit melancholy. So I've got Mini Grand pulled up. This is one of my favorite piano plugins. It's like $70, but you can sometimes get it on sale for like $10, which is great. And I'm just going to go with the real piano preset. So right here is the piano melody that I created. It's really simple. It's just some chords right here. You can see that we didn't start on the root note. I'm in C minor, but I started on G, which is the 5th. And then we've got a 7th chord right here, but it's just inverted. So it would normally be like that, but I inverted it because I didn't like those notes super low. And then we've also got the bass notes down here, although the regular bass notes go G, G sharp, G, but I changed it to D sharp instead for the first bar, and then A sharp going to G for the second bar because I thought that just made it a little bit more interesting. Altogether, it sounds like this. Next, getting into the counter melodies, this piano melody sounds really dull to me, so I'm going to add a pad. But for counter melodies, these are almost always going to have vocal chops, almost all the time. That's another thing that's different from Juice WRLD beats, is that they aren't actually super common in those types of beats. But you can also do bells, guitars, keys, pretty much all the stuff that I said for the main melody, you can also do for the counter melody. So I decided to go with hybrid for this. I just used the second preset in the soft pad section. I'd layered the regular piano melody and I took out these bass notes because it didn't sound good. Then I also did a bit of EQing because I thought that there was just too much high frequency. So I just took that out a little bit to about there, and I think it sounds a lot better. This is what it sounds like. Next, I'm going to use Arcade to make a vocal chop. So I decided to go with the distant voices line. I just went with a kit called Purity, and I laid out this really simple vocal chop right here. It sounds like this. For effects, I added an EQ and a reverb. Next, I made this bell sound with the triple oscillator, and this is the pattern that I made. Then I just put pretty much the same effects on it as I did with the vocals, although I changed the EQ a bit. Finally, for the last part of this melody, I just laid out an ARP. And it sounded terrible originally, so I just added some reverb, and now it sounds like this. So next, getting into the drums, it's just going to be really simple drums. They're just going to do pretty much a 2-step hi-hat pattern, maybe a couple rolls or something, then just a regular clap, maybe an accent snare if you want to do that. And then for the 808, you can use pretty much whatever 808 you want. It doesn't really matter too much. Just make sure that it's not anything like too crazy or distorted or anything. But I mean, you can use some fairly distorted 808s, just not like anything over the top. Pretty much just use mira type 808s. This is the hi-hat pattern that I made. Next, I just added a clap. For the 808, I just decided to be basic and use the all girls 808. This is the pattern that I made. Next, I just added this open hat on one. This is going to be on tons of these beats because, I mean, they're Nick Mirror beats for the most part, and he does this all the time. Either that or he's probably going to do a hi-hat roll on one. You can do either one. You don't need to do either of them, but I mean, that's going to be in a ton of these beats. So that's pretty much all I'm going to add to this beat. We want to keep them nice and simple, otherwise they get like way overcomplicated and then it's hard to rap on and then you don't get placements and that's no good. So we're just going to keep it really simple like this. Now I'm going to throw everything into the mixer and I'm going to mix it all. I'll put my mixing tutorial up in the eye in the corner. So our mix is pretty simple. I just did a little bit of EQing, then on the piano I added RC20. I just did vinyl 2, turned down the noise. Then here we've just got some EQ and reverb all through there, and then pretty much no effects on the drums other than here on the hi-hat. I did just add a little bit of high end to it, but not much. That just helps it cut through the mix a little bit better. Then on the master, we've just got a soft clipper at the default settings, and then a limiter. I just turned up the gain until it was almost clipping and then turned it down a little bit. This is what it sounds like. Yeah guys, that's about it. That's pretty much how you make these beats. So now I'm just going to arrange it and I'll play it at the end of the video. But first I want to thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Please drop a like and subscribe. Also, we just reached 200 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. It's really awesome. So in celebration, I'm dropping a free loop kit, which you can get at the link in the description. Also, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. When I reach 2,000 followers, I'm dropping a free MIDI kit, so make sure you go do that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.
How did Deprimido make this slap so hard?